Another category of limits that we can evaluate are limits involving radicals. So suppose we are taking the limit as x approaches 9 of x minus 9 over square root of x minus 3. So this, of course, is a 0 over 0 limit also, but this is not one in which we can just simply factor because we have a square root in the bottom. And what we need to use is a trick. Whenever we have something of the form a plus square root of b in a denominator, then what we're going to do is multiply by something called the conjugate. The conjugate would be the same thing with a minus sign. Or if we have a minus sign, then we multiply by the same thing with a plus sign. And the reason we're going to do this is because there's this remarkable Algebra 1 formula you may remember called the difference of two squares. When we multiply a plus b times a minus b, what we get is a squared minus b squared. Okay, it's a way to multiply two things so that each of the terms is squared and that you get no cross terms, the way you would if you just put parentheses around it and squared the whole thing. You would get cross terms which still had a radical in it. So, to demonstrate here, I'm going to multiply this by the conjugate. The conjugate would be x plus 3. And of course, if I multiply the denominator by that, I also have to multiply the numerator by that, so that overall the value of the fraction doesn't change. So multiplying through in the denominator, I'll just leave these terms unmultiplied in the numerator for the moment. Multiplying through in the denominator, I get the root x squared, which is x, minus 3 squared, which is 9. And lo and behold, I get a factor of x minus 9 that will cancel the factor of x minus 9 in the numerator. That reduces now to what would be the continuous companion function, which is just square root of x plus 3. Well, I can plug directly into that, and what I get is root 9 plus 3 equals 3 plus 3 equals 6. So again, the way to evaluate a limit that has a radical in it is to multiply by the conjugate. Then you're using the difference of two squares, and it allows you to square out the radical and cancel.